we're talking about one of my favorite things, besides recording drums and being in the studio, and that's ribbon mics. I adore ribbon mics. I just think they're cool. I love the way they pick up drums. I love how they can be very natural on the top, very big on the bottom. I like how you can push a ton of EQ on the top into some overheads and it doesn't get harsh like condensers. Ribbon mics are just flat out cool. So what I want to do today is just show you a couple ways that I've used ribbon mics to great effect. The overheads are my favorite. These are my Audio-Technica 4080s. And I love those mics. A lot of the times they end up on my rooms too. We're going to start with just hearing, I want to play just what's on the kit first off. So we are miking everything so we have some context. Inside the kit we have an Audio-Technica ATM 250. Outside is an Audio-Technica AT 4047. We have my trusty Heil PR30s on the toms. Audio-Technica Pro 63 on the snare and an ATM, that's the 450, right, on the hi-hat. I'm going to mute all the rooms. Can you hear me there, Holmes? Just give me a good old-fashioned Heil groove. This is close mics, no overhead, none of the room mics, the kit for nothing. This is just our reference. So let's hear the overheads. Go to the ride. Now this is just the overheads. And some toms next. Tom groove next. Boom. All right, hey, so we're still on just the overhead microphones. Go back and forth on the crashes. Now hit the ride cymbal a little. See, there's still some attack there, but it's much softer and smoother than if it was a condenser. Now the next thing I like about this is, let me make sure the EQ is, go ahead and play that same groove again. One thing, go to the ride cymbal. So that's pretty good on its own. If we pull everything back in, if I mute the overhead, see, the ribbons have this nice fullness to them while still having some cymbal articulation. But what you can do, I'm going to push some, about 12K. About 8 dB. If I did that with a condenser mic, our ears would be melting from the amount of top end. It'd be sizzly. Pull it back in. More crashes. Turn that EQ off. Cool, thank you, sir. All right, brother, let's run through everything real quick. I'm gonna pull these overheads. I wanna do the 6-bar phrase, 2 bars on the hat, 2 bars on the ride, 2 bars on the toms. I'm gonna do the first round with no EQ. 1 sec there, buddy. All right, we got everything including overheads. Go for it. EQ in. Cool. Another thing that I really like about ribbons is that figure-8 pattern on the overhead. Since we're also getting the back end of the mic, or, you know, pointed up towards the ceiling, they tend to get a nice sense of space, but without feeling like it's a room mic. Like the mic is 10 feet in front of the kid, or maybe like an Omni or something like that. They just tend to be capture a really good sense of space right there at the drum set.